welcome back to my channel. It is Christian here, and you're tuned in for more of my 2 cents. Now, this is going to be a very controversial video and topic, and I just got to let you guys know that I am open to all discussion. I'm open to all the smoke or not, okay? Don't bring none of it over here unless you really want to get dealt with dope, okay? No, I'm just playing. No, I'm not going to. I don't care. I'm open to the discussion and the topic because, again, I'm still evolving on these things and the thought process of it all. But before we even get into it, let's go over the 3 points that matter most. Number 1, you're not alone. Number 2, you're not crazy. Number 3, God, your creator, still loves you. All right? What's going on with you? Okay, so you want to go do that? Or are you going to stop? That? You going to stop? Okay, all right. That's my son, y'all. I mean, he said he didn't want to go to sleep, and so I'm being a nice mommy, and I'm like, oh, come in here and listen. He may get a little something he want to participate in with the message. No, but I am very excited about this topic. I mean, it's one of those topics that we've heard the Carlton Pearson, getting ostracized from the holiness movement over. We've had a lot of people, get just disassociated from because of these very words that I'm about to say. And I want to know. I want to know what you think about it too. But if you're new to the channel, welcome. And if you're coming back, thank you, for returning. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. We love to add you to the 2 cents crew. All right, so let's go. Satan is a figment of the imagination. Ooh. Oh my goodness. I don't know if y'all ready for that. Y'all ready for this? Dun 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 dun. That's the trap version. Satan is a figment of the imagination. Now y'all may be like, sis, you're doing too much. No. My 2 cents, right? Now, this is coming from the perspective of, because again, these are my thoughts. The question for this video is, does Satan really have power? And if so, who gives Satan the power? Who? Who gives Satan the power if Satan has any power? Now, I'm going to go over some things that are said in church. God has all power in his hands, right? Satan can't do anything on this earth unless God gives Satan power to operate on this earth, right? Satan is busy, right? Satan is always doing something. Satan is seeking to and fro whom he may devour like a lion. Satan is always in the midst. Satan is under our feet. Satan is defeated. Satan has no power here. Satan, we rebuke you in the name of Jesus. All of these are sayings that I've heard my entire life growing up. And it wasn't until 2019, during my spiritual awakening, my journey of just coming into knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, that I just really started asking myself, why do believers give Satan more credit than Jesus, than God, than their creator? There's always talk of Satan in church. Always. Everything is blamed on the devil. Everything is the devil. Everything is the devil. Secular music, right? Legislation, murder, crime. Everything is Satan. Everything is satanic. Everything is the devil. Everything is a problem. And it's Satan-based. And it just started to get me to thinking, Satan is a scapegoat for a lot of people in a lot of situations. And I know, just like in movies, there's a good guy and there's a bad guy. There's a villain and there's a victor. There's a hero and there's an antagonist. There's always going to be these characters in these roles in every facet of life. And that's how I feel about God and the devil. Like even in the illustrations, you see on TV back in the day, you would see like the angel on one shoulder and the devil on the other shoulder, right? But then when you think about it as a human, as an individual, and you start asking yourself, why do I need a good and a bad side to exist in order for me to feel like I'm overcoming something? Why can I only not just believe in the good side? Why do I need to have a counterpart or a counteraction that I'm up against fighting, right? Like struggling with to conquer or overcome all the time? It is for me beneficial. It has been beneficial for me to not blame things on the devil or Satan over the last 3 years of my life. It has been more beneficial for me to take accountability for what Christian has decided to say, do, be, feel, think, or experience, my thoughts, my feelings, and my emotions, right? Or for me to look at other people and say, wow, I can see where that went left based off of decisions made. It's not so much as someone is doing something to you, or you have an opening that's allowing this enemy or spirit or whatever to get in. It can simply just be poor decisions, poor expectation, poor relationships that have caused a reaction or something to happen that you would not possibly want to be your outcome. If we are able to give place to the devil, because they say they give no room to the devil, give no place to the devil. If you let the devil, don't let the devil drive, don't let the devil ride, because he'll surely want to drive. All of these are statements that I've heard growing up, and I still hear a lot of people say. But I found myself not referencing Satan at all in my life. Not giving any thought to any element of the enemy, to the devil, to Satan getting into anything. The accountability that now comes in my life is the good that I want to experience, right? And the negativity that I allow myself to align with. It's not so much as Satan is doing anything to me, because even as a believer, if I believe that God is the only almighty being, why am I giving Satan the same position in my reality? If I'm praying to God and seeking God, why does the enemy have any possibility to get into it? Unless I'm giving Satan the ability to infiltrate what I'm expecting from my creator, which would then mean that my creator is not that powerful if God would allow the enemy to get into what God wants for me. Like, I need y'all to get it. I need y'all to get it when I say that I believe that Satan, that the devil is a figment of our imagination. We're creating that part in the story. It's like you have to have an antagonist or a villain in order to feel like you're overcoming something, or to give it a reason why you're under attack or something's not going right. No, it's just that you're allowing the negative experience to be your reality. You're not only accepting this good outcome, you've actually aligned yourself with there to be a possibility of there to be a wavering or an undesirable outcome. There is something to be said about children who don't know, who haven't been introduced to the aspect of God and the devil. Children just know what they want and what they don't want. Children just usually operate off of, I do want this and I'm going to get it by any means. But then adults who have preconceived notions and they have other limiting beliefs, they'll introduce the demon aspect or sin aspect to a child by making them feel bad right? For wanting certain things or being exposed to certain things or being attacked by certain things. That's not how we start off naturally. That's not how we come into this experience on this earth. That's introduced to you. If you were only taught that good exists, not saying you would never be exposed to something that's unfavorable, but what I'm saying is you would have less of a barrier to break through if you only saw or heard about bad things, but bad things were never happening to you. You would almost kind of be in a bubble, if you will. You would kind of have, some people like to call it rose-colored glasses, but it actually would be protecting you from introducing the element of expecting negativity, expecting danger, expecting fear, expecting someone to be after you. My whole life, I was afraid as a child that the devil was going to get me because that's what I was told. Like sin was where I was destined for. Hell was what I was destined for if I didn't do X, Y, and Z as a child. I feared turning 10 for years, y'all, because I felt like the age of 10 was the year of accountability. That's what we were taught. Once you turn 10, you knew better. But I was like, dang, if God come back before I'm 10, I'm going to heaven. So I'm finna send it out. I'm finna lie. I'm finna steal. I'm finna eat these cookies. I'm finna stay up late. I'm about to watch BET. I'm finna watch Teen Summit. I'm finna do all this while I'm a kid because I'm under 10. But then it was the element of Satan coming in, right? Through the music, through the movies, right? Through the boyfriends, through the clothes, through the red lips, through the fingernail polish. All of these were elements that were introduced to my innocence. Now that we're adults, everything in our life is introduced through the element of the evil and the good, the secular and the sacred. But what if that was never introduced to you and all you were striving for was to be happy, was to have peace and clarity? Somebody introduced Satan to you. That's what I'm saying, people. Just like you were brought up on or taught about God or introduced and you gave your life over to Christ, somebody told you about the devil. And they didn't have to. They didn't have to. And now we have to roll it back and determine if what we're experiencing is really Satan. If Satan ain't got no power up here, who's giving it to Satan? You are. By constantly talking about him, by constantly trying to overcome and fight, by constantly trying to rebuke and bind up spirits. Why? Why do those spirits even have access to you? Are you allowing them? Is God allowing them to affect you? See my video on Author of Confusion. This is the confusion that is within the religion that is supposed to be the salvation that keeps you here until you get to heaven. But there's so many contingencies that's in the fine print of your belief system. Now, for me, I've decided to unsubscribe to Satan. I just don't. I don't subscribe to the devil. I don't subscribe to Satan. I don't subscribe to the enemy. I don't give that room in my life. That's not something I'm trying to fight every day. I'm not waking up trying to fight the enemy. I'm not waking up trying to defeat the devil. I'm not doing that. Why? Because my life, my existence is more powerful and more meaningful than trying to fight a spirit that only I allegedly have the power to allow into my reality. There are so many hypocritical beliefs in religion, in Christianity, because I don't know all the other religious beliefs, y'all, so I'm not going to even say that. There are so many detrimental beliefs that I believe has benefited other people in these religions. Satan is not guilty of everything that's going wrong in your life. Satan is not at fault for all of the poor decisions that you've made. Some of that, majority of that, all of that is on you. Satan has become a very, very easy scapegoat. Do I believe evil exists? Absolutely. Do I believe that there are people who are bad? Absolutely. Do I believe there are people who have spirits and issues that are not favorable and do things that are wrong? Absolutely. But I also believe that there are people who do right, who believe good, who exercise that, who actually is worth you focusing on more than the counteraction, the counterpart. But we all get to choose what we experience. There are some totally unsaved people who are atheists, right? Who don't believe in God and they don't believe in Satan. That don't make them demon worshipers. That just means they don't subscribe to any of this at all that has been cultivated for any of us to believe something. It's not dangerous to question what you've been taught, because you have to remember, you wouldn't believe it if someone didn't tell you. You have no proof. You have no evidence. You only have words. And I'm here to tell you that words do not teach, only experience does. And from my experience, Satan, the devil, the enemy, does not exist in my reality. I give no space, no place, no room, nothing for the devil to do anything in my life or my existence at all. I'm not out here praying against Satan. I'm not out here rebuking the enemy on my life, because I'm only accepting the will of God for me. And if I give power to anything, it is indeed me relinquishing my power to choose who or what affects my outcome. Now, all right. I know that was heavy. I know that was deep, but drop down in the comments below and let me know if this has changed or shifted any of your thought process. I'm not here to dispute anything. All I can say is words and experiences are two different things. We only believe what we do because someone else told us to. If you liked the video, go ahead and hit the like button. And if you enjoyed this commentary and don't want to miss other videos like this one, go ahead and subscribe. We would love to add you to our 2 Cents crew. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.